this bill is so important and the stakes are so high that we have to get it right. I would argue, unfortunately, that we're not quite we're not there yet.
This bill, Madam Speaker, goes too far. It goes too far because at a time when violent crime and murder is skyrocketing right now, Madam Speaker, it is important that we look at both sides of this coin. My heart breaks for the families of their loved ones that have been killed in confrontations with officers. And Madam Speaker, my heart breaks for the families of fallen officers who have been killed in confrontation. Madam Speaker, we need to come to the table. We need to, as a community, not shut out one side, which is what I saw happen during this process. We are only looking at one side, Madam Speaker, and that is not going to make our neighborhoods safer.
This underlying bill, the 1310, tries to redefine key terms and elements of use of force. And in my opinion, it gets some right, but it gets some wrong. Some of the clarifications and definitions are clearer and more consistent, I believe, and will be useful, but some of them are not objective. Some of them are subjective. Now, Madam Speaker, you can say that the Constitution is full of subjective language, but the Constitution assumes a social contract. And in policy like this, we are tinkering with the elements of that contract. It is a mixed bag here, Madam Speaker, and could be better. And it has been raised by others, but I think it is worth repeating that this bill comes in the context of earlier legislation, the well-known Initiative 940, that set other changes in place for how we look at the use of force in the social contract. And Madam Speaker, I am troubled here and elsewhere in other bills we've considered this session of this practice that we're engaging in, of changing policy before previous policy has even taken effect.
Madam Speaker, I'm voting no today because we offered some great amendments, a reasonable officer standard, the same standard you would expect in any other profession. The right for law enforcement officers and correction officers to defend themselves when faced with a valid threat. And that amendment was turned down. So, Madam Speaker, because of the fact that we send law enforcement officers into an imperfect world and expect them to perform perfectly all the time is way too high of a standard for us to put on them. So I will be voting no in support of law enforcement officers. Please vote no and support and back the blue.